We were buying a suit yesterday, but we ran out of money. Okay, so we have to go back to leveling. I, I don't duck on blinking. I pull out the other magical blink wing in my bank. So, I guess I'll think about it later. Light speed is still garbage. I already have double mental sign in there. I want to keep breaking to buy. That's something. Mental necklace plus 3 would be really nice. I think we were at 8 levels. 8 levels did 1400. I think was the number we threw out. Oh no, wait, we have to change party school. That is not guaranteed. Right, max. Okay, 2 levels I can get hate. Stuff behind this tree. Hopefully I won't need more candies based on yesterday's usage rates. No one see your dead game. Of course. $712. I have 20 tick. Supposedly. 700. 710 is 14,200. I think that actually kills a Dribbler next level. Can you help? Kind of laggy to open actually. Oh my god. There. Can't move while this thing's open half the time. Okay. Oh. Okay. They have 14,100. So I would go to drill next level. Right. Now I need to fly over or run over. Very unfortunate time to use premium items. Drillers are over there. Run through Steamwalkers. I think what I have to do this hour is really run back and forth and stop picking up food. Holy shit, that's useless. Actually, just like getting myself. Not exit. There's nowhere to exit. And that's oh, stop picking up. Don't need Steamwalk. Would kill them along the way, I guess. Does it really matter either way? With the hat. And kill. First does this thing kill? Yeah, I'm not going to resist fuck that. This is so much more chill. Basically the same XP, probably. Now the question is, do I want to stay at the smalls over here or go down to the regular? How much damage do I take? 9. Doesn't tell me. Oh, 900. Yeah, I would melt Edrisms at that damage level then. Oh my god. I'm cheating because I have 8% more speed. Oh well. Really grinding a lot faster if I actually played around the cooldown a bit better, but I don't think anyone plays that well. I will remain unbothered. Jump my screen here. Go even smaller. That way, if I want to use this for something later, I can just cover myself. That's the word. Kind of weird word choice, but okay. I think this amp takes me to one six or six, just 6, not 160. So used to being above 100. But all of them drops on the ground, wasted. Who's gonna pick it up? Hello? Oh no. I think I'd die if I cast another one right now. I feel like this is a relatively same spawn density compared to Naughty Wheels, but I feel much more efficient actually being here. It's weird. Volts have 16,000 HP. Moving 2 volts requires 800 something per tick. I think it's actually 850. It's in the higher end of 16k HP. Was it 18 HP? This part of the curve just fucking sucks. Oh, let's ran out. Oh my god, wait. This thing doesn't die. have to be more cognizant of my buffs now since I stay at individual spots so much longer. Buffed. I have another buff to max out soon too. Literally next level. Oh wait, oh. It's possible I don't fin hit 60 on this amp because I have to go sell to make sure I have money to buy things as needed. That would be very unfortunate. It does get pretty slow toward the end. It's going to be not pretty at all. Oh. Minimum 5% block rate is doing work. Oh, when do I level here? It's about. It should be 8 mobs. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 8 mobs. So we got 4 tagged. We need another 4. And we get max haste. It's already been 10 minutes. It's about 10% slower. Like half as slow by level 58. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh my god, I hate this mob dying canceling action slot bullshit. Been there since server started, basically. 800 if I could go to captain. Captains are not that dense though, is the issue I have with it. Wait. I have upcut stones at the ready, don't I? Option. Guess if I bounce between the smalls and the captains could work. Wait. Oh, captains have too much HP. Unless. 700 more HP is kind of ridiculous. Considering it's basically the same mob just to rank higher. 724 is still not enough. What did I really expect from being 8 levels down? Warrant wasn't gonna change anything there. This inventory fills kind of slowly when you only pick up weapons. Wait, this is 7 levels down, it's 20%. Oh, I need to check on the pulse. That calculation doesn't matter if we don't know how much HP volts have. If we're not certain how much HP volts have, I'll eat shit from a driller, it's fine. Oh, I outranged it. It's not gonna hit me. 16.8, so basically 17k. Oh, I timed that one out. Nice. So basically 17k is 17k divided by 2. 850? So it would have to be at. Let me pull off 850 damage. It obviously just happens naturally at 6 levels. So I could go there at 50. But if I pop an up, I would be doing 950s, right? Just theoretically, next level I could pop an upcut stone into it. Not like this character's gonna need upcut stones past this point. Let's end it. Two upcut stones plus however many as in the limited package, 500 with the coupon. Actually, don't know what's in that thing. Still in my mailbox. Like I'm some kind of genius. About half. No, that's not half. It's like a third full. It actually is going to take basically the whole hour to fill up my inventory. We even sell mid-map at that point. Wish you could move the drillers as long as you're moving away from them. Right after the cast, and you don't take damage. Works for me. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Please wait twice, okay. I like it here. It's nice and compact. So, 53, I should be able to go full, I think. If my math is correct. 8 levels. Okay, so 8 levels is 878, so that should be exactly enough. If we try to go right now, it'll be a 9 level difference and we'll lose much damage. Drillers make a nice little path to them. Oh no, oh no. Oh, I actually do need a few more drillers. Hey, hey. I would do a lot of damage if I let them all hit me. So. Let's try to avoid that. I think we already got enough. This and one more. That'll be perfect. Wait for the level up. This is very nice. I should have just moved me another driller. Oh well. 858. Basically perfect. Technically, these still give less XP than Rhizums, but you can't afford gear, you make do. And also, they're just really far away at this point. I don't want to waste timer running to them. Please drop a hyper stick, somebody. I'm going to need that very soon. Buffs are running out. This thing doesn't hit me, right? I mean, it's a block, I guess. You know, the vault spawn looks a lot better than I remember it being. Have I ignored the spawn just that often in the past? It's not a good spot to level in most cases, so understandable why I would pretty much erase it from memory. Like, who goes to vaults? Like, nobody. It's pretty much the only class. What is that thing? A wedge suit of Inten style. It's crazy. That's a nice suit. Oh, hello. Heck am I supposed to with this though? Like, I don't have any male characters. A sparkling sword. I feel like it's gonna be one of those cases where we see rarer shit. You have to see 3 ads to get to the stream. Fucking YouTube. Sorry, they're just I just have the ads on auto, so YouTube doesn't like you that day. I guess it just front loads your ads. Think of it like gambling. Life players like gambling. How many ads are you gonna get before you get to watch the stream? Like gambling backwards. Instead of trying to, instead of hoping to hit it big, you hope to see as little as possible. I've had YouTube Premium for so long. I actually kind of it's like at times I just forget. Yeah, YouTube has ads. Like not to be a shill, but YouTube Premium's a pretty good service. Unskippable ads. Oh my god. I've heard YouTube actually like prefers when you actually click the skip ad button because it's basically forced interaction on their ads. Yeah, I do get some ad revenue. It's not like ad revenue is not a whole lot for any creator. I think like Ludwig broke down his revenue from all of his streams and on both Twitch and YouTube. It's like not much. But it's like it's something, I guess. And I'm pretty sure like even with ads turned off, you just kind of get them anyway. So turning them off, I don't think actually does anything. I'm not sure about that though. Ludwig's a big content creator in the IRL space. Got like 7 million subscribers. I actually have 70. I don't think. Wait, oh wait, I do 870. I think it dies. I think I have the damage here. I do. Holy, that must be really close. Yeah. Oh no 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 no. Holy, that is close. Literally down to the last tick. And only 100 over at that. Oh yeah, why would I do an IRL stream? Who would watch me do an IRL stream? I don't even go outside half the time. Oh my god. I think I survived because one of those volts died at the exact time it needed to. These are gauntlets. Hey buddy. Face reveal. I'm not exactly eye candy. Trust me, you're not missing out on much. Outside is where the grass is, so I've heard. Mythical green stuff that people always tell you to go touch. But it's okay, I took chemistry. I know not to touch weird stuff that I don't know. Now, it's been like 15 years since I last took chemistry, but I did take chemistry at some point in my life. Precious premium time layers. Taking down. I think that's the only other time I only sell. That's the only time I sell this out. The next time I just wait for the amp to end. Wait, it's been. Bruh. I'm gonna end at like 57 or some shit. That's so annoying. Okay, thinking on it now, I think specifically for Moonbeam Assist Horizons are probably not the play. Because I can already take Captain Bolts at this level, admittedly with a lot of help. And Captain Volt already give more XP than Ryzen's. This is from a costume. I gave myself a costume last night after I logged off because I expected to use some very ugly armor and I still probably will. And I'd rather just not look at that. So yeah, the base here is this. This is a speed set from like I think it's like a month ago at this point. No, I cannot be a chemist. I'm talking about high school chemistry. The costume is called Swimsuit 2026. Look at it in the wardrobe. But yeah, I really like this one. Bought a bunch of them. Not a like it does have a lot of clipping issues though if you look closely. Even in the base pose, it's like might have slacked up a little too much on the modeling there, Gala. I think it looks cute from far away, so it's like, how often are you looking at your character from up close? Not very often. Oh, I get an extra tick soon. So, I'm at 47. Okay, so at level 56, I have 21 ticks of Moonbeam. So I do a little bit more than 20 times whatever I hit right now. Or whatever the first hit does. It would, but I have 1 million Pena and not yeah, it's just too expensive. But yeah, if you were like if you were playing like more like a normal person, then yeah, you might be able to afford like even just like demo plus threes would do a lot here. Like for all the like premise, like I have a moonbeam stick, I'm using upcut, I'm using power scroll, fortune elixir, like that looks like a lot, but it's really not much because I'm also skipping out on global tech, demos, and intellis. Like, I could be doing more. But also they would be replaced relatively soon after 60. So you can only spend so much time looking for them. Before it's just like, well, you would've just leveled faster not looking for them. And if I was actually picking up accessories, I might have just found one by this point, who knows? That's honestly one of the best things about FWC. You can find literally anything. It's just like, who would sell this crap? And someone is selling it. But like, oh, I don't want to cheat my leveling through because of the bonus boosted raids. It's just like, you don't realize how playable this game is during FWC. Just, just basic shit like being able to find your gear is so underrated. do 1k. That's 7 levels down. I don't think I get past these because my premium items run out soon. I'm pretty sure. Okay. What was I hitting last level? I don't think I one-shot these. 70, 900 something. Those will survive. Yeah, see, you can go Elder Guards if you actually, like, care to put in the effort. I'm just being lazy. Bolts are okay. Anything that gives more XP than the Risen is good, I guess. Ooh. Not sure what I should do about this Elder Guard. Like, I'm pretty sure killing it is the correct 193. Fucking. Okay. So next level we can go Elder Guards. I also have damage from an extra tick on my Moonbeam. Hello, Hyperstick. Any day now. Pretty sure it drops here considering Sparkling Sword already dropped. There's so many obstacles here, I hate it. Oh, I interrupted my own action slot, okay. Go me. "24 minutes. Pretty sure this goes to like 58 if I'm fast. 57 is where I expect to end up at. Maybe. And then I have to do very slow unamped grinding to hit 60, I guess. That's be rough. Maybe it's time to start picking up refreshers. Preparation for that. Ooh, volcano 4%. I'll do that. Select refresher. Then by the time this amp is up, hopefully we'll have plenty of refreshers. And maybe I'll notice a mental necklace on the ground. I logged into 125 star candies. I've used 40 already? Damn. 42 to be exact. The answer to all the question of the universe. Oh hell yeah, buddy. How much is a volcano card like? Maybe it'll double my net worth if I could actually vend it. Imagine vending anything on this character. I think I've literally only bought one house and one vending house NPC. It's entire FWC. Very, very poor. No, in a sense that. Okay. Unlucky. 6 to 700k is all they're worth? That's crazy. Is this game still alive after the initial popularity from FWC? Is it dead? There's still runs happening as far as I'm aware. The whales will tell you it's dead, but I know. I'm still in the low level areas and I don't expect to get out within the next week, so you have to get to like Laugh-ins to start seeing people basically. People are still so much more spread out this year because they gave us 25 channels, which is really nice. You can still find everything you need. But how alive a server is much more obfuscated than previous years. In a way, that's a good thing because that means you can have spawns to yourself. But if you're looking for the lively atmosphere where you can see people everywhere you level, well, I'm not that kind of person, so I never really liked it. Give me more channels. Leave the social interaction for the social spots in the game. I want to grind in peace. You watched a lot of my guides. Oh, thanks for watching them. Used to rip this game a lot back in the day. How far did you get back in the day? I feel like it's a lot easier to get a lot further now. Especially since you don't have to do master anymore. A lot of people insist on it anyway. Nothing wrong with insisting to do master, but so many people do it with bloody weapons and just like maybe you should grind out better gear there. It'll make that experience a lot better. The longer you one-shot, the more fun this game actually feels. Never really got far about a 141 night. Yeah, I mean, that's about as lively as you can ask for, I think. I don't know how many wilds runs are happening these days on any given day. Why am I running this way? Like 144 is pretty good. Like you can at that level where you can start running wild, so that is a social point in the game. And your knight, so if you just get some tanky, you can get as many runs as you feel like. And probably more. The extra tick. Oh, yeah. No cheating coral this time, is there? Not for me, anyway. Everyone else just buys P levels. Yippee. Crazy, we've been telling them for... What is it? Going on 10 months telling them to buff coral and they just... don't know what the fuck to do. Then again, the last time they, like, massively changed the XP of a zone, we got Dark on 3, and we thought they fixed Coral XP. Like, they fixed the Coral EXP curve slightly, but they're still weird. Like, Dark on 3 is a complete mess of EXP values. Like Captain Iron's giving less EXP than the regular irons, which give less XP than the small irons. Make it make sense. I think this is where I hit 60. Ew, why is my pathing so inefficient? I need to just go down to the normals, I think. That'll fix me. Wait, how do I even get hit there? What the fuck? I swear I had good distance from everything. I mean, at this point, it's not even designed to buy Redux. Like, you can afford the best, like, you can afford the best core weapon you can afford and reduct it, and it's still slower than just getting P level. Like Gala literally scammed themselves with the way they designed it, because you'd never reduct at that level anyway. That's a cruiser. Nice. You're better off just getting P leveled. It's like you don't really need to. I guess if you sell FC to get the money to buy a power level, kind of works out. But yeah, it's not really designed to do anything other than be like, oh, we forgot about it, like they do with everything else. You know the funny thing? When Coral released back in like end of 2023, they're like, oh, we intentionally didn't reset the XP curve because we wanted people to level slower. And yeah, it's like okay. And I remember thinking back when one of the devs said that when Bluky was one of the devs, it was like, okay, so you're gonna remember to buff the XP when Coral is no longer the final region, right? And of course they didn't. So imagine trusting Gala to do any game design correctly. You can yell at them until you're blue in the face and they'll quote unquote forget. Oh god, that's 1500 credit. What the fuck? I want to pick that cruiser. It doesn't do anything for me. It's in the same way they forgot about the Red Media 120 armors and coral weapons. It's just like, well, how do you intend to fix the supply? And they just shrugged and said, we don't. Is basically their response so far. Actually, speaking of Ragnarok Online, have you seen Gravity Games? Have you seen like Gravity Games like their list of games? It's apparently like 10 different versions of Ragnarok, like it's FWC or some shit. But they just release a new version under a different name. Like, huh. I'm not sure which childhood memory has been defiled harder. I mean, I wouldn't say every MMO dev, but yeah. It's rough out there. There is one MMO I picked up called Spirit Vale. It's run by like it was developed in the past year by like one dev, and then he only recently picked up some more devs. Game has I'm hoping that game doesn't go awry, cause surely you can only corrupt one guy so much, right? Dude, mobile games put life to fucking shame in terms of how to make money. I'd honestly be less pissed if Gala was like more direct with how pay to win they were, but like it was it's like it's if they were at least competent business decisions in a sense, I would be like at least systems would have a stand a chance of being properly designed. But Gala's just incompetent at making money, and that impresses me every single time I think about it. You were right about Ranger Fun. I'm telling you, man. The level Ranger, best class in the game. It's every power fantasy you've ever had rolled into an MMO class until you hit those later levels. But if you don't plan to hit the later levels, you just stay God the whole time. So it's funny to see people just like, oh, I want to play Hit and Run Ranger. It's like, you're playing the literal God class. Why would you want to play it the shittiest way possible? What are we doing here? Yeah, Spirit Vale is like, apparently, like, if you actually look at all the systems within Spirit Vale, it's like, oh, it's just, like, anything that wasn't, like, super intentionally designed is just rip. He just kind of, like, defaults to same as Ragnarok. Which, by the way, is how I found out why people think in a lot of games having a critical hit bypasses hit checks. Like, oh, because Ragnarok did it that way. And Ragnarok was big enough to actually have significant impact on how people expect games to be designed. But most games do it the proper way, which is they do a hit check and then they do a crit check after the fact. With later levels, people start complaining about Ranger by like I think past Astria is where I would place it at. Before then, spawns like just sparse enough that doesn't feel bad to click on everything individually. You start reaching Coral and Kylan, it's just like Bruh. I don't want to. That's when it starts being like, oh, I need to cast the skill to gather faster. But pressing skills together on a ranger just feels so bad. But yeah, you won't hit Coral until like late 130s at the earliest, so you got a long way to go since considering you just started it. Maybe that's the play, just make rangers over and over again, just permanently stay in the god phase of the class. Oh god. I guess the play here is I just pop a refresher and a Pena flask, and that's probably the way to go from here. Some level I ain't going to keep going on. Haha, exactly. That's why Ranger is the perfect class for you. You know, ironically, mammoths are like not a great place for a ranger to level because you have Flame Arrow doing less damage. But it's just a good spawn, so it doesn't really matter. Especially those cannibals and the normals at the upper lake. So I think the small Aatrox in Coral are better, but spawn is also much dicier for the RM, so typically ends up playing out to be worse for most people, so they just stay up mammoths. Okay, bot check. First one of the day. I'm not a bot. I got 68 grinding, remember chain quests and have been doing them. Yeah. Quests are important. You don't want to end up with a back this small. Where's my... Oh my god, I've not been looting this. Died. Why? I have 3 minutes. What my prems end. Guess I might as well just keep on going after they expire since you have an upcut going. No damage taken. Yes, I want to do just these since I have a lot of them. Oh no. You know what? No. To get you. Now is when I have 16 refreshers booked. Just a regular aggro that hasn't been tagged yet. Found the Chichibo with nice. You like those? Use that until you're tired of playing your ranger. I think the thing about rangers, like, no matter the player, they have a higher chance of hitting a higher level on a ranger than they do on any other class, just because the class feels so good at lower levels. Like, who cares how shit the class feels at higher levels if you don't get there, or how good or how shit a class feels at higher levels if you never get there. But a ranger is so likely to get there in the first place. Everyone just kind of feels it. You can upgrade out 75 since it does more damage. That's optional. Do you like the Clockwork set is excessively tanky for a ranger. If you want to do, so if you want 10% more damage, you can switch to the 75 set then. You never change to the 105 set unless you want to get 1v1 gear for Clockworks. And maybe Meteo. But no, the 105 set is literally like less tanky than the Clockwork set. And it doesn't give any extra damage like the 75 set does. It's just strictly worse than everything below it. You don't change bowl at 105 either. I mean, you can change to the Angel Bowl at 90, but since your Guardian Bowl already has a Flame Arrow Awake on it, you would need to find an Angel Bowl with a similar Awake or better to actually consider changing. It would actually have to be a Flame Arrow or Arrow Rain Awake, because Ice Arrow is underwhelming damage-wise, because it only hits once. Whereas Flame Arrow hits for about the same damage on the initial hit, and then does basically doubles its damage over the next 3 dot ticks. Oh, and make sure to upgrade your bowl with Fire +1 for the extra damage on Flame Arrow. And you just never change that element ever. I have enough damage for these guys. How much HP does this spider have? I need like 1100 ticks, right? Whew. Get like 111 and then some. 60 by then. Like the regular upgrade or the element upgrade. The element upgrade you only need +1. +1 fire is the same as +10 fire for Flame Arrow. The other skills don't care about it. Uh-oh. On to me. Both. Yeah. Fair enough. If you have the money for it, why not? Get that little fire glow going. That's the good stuff, having fire on your bowl. That is some real nostalgia stuff. Cover skull on me. 2 more level. Then I have to actually get 60. Then I have to grind to 65. And then switch characters. Once the next character hits 60 and gets their job change done, that is when we call the timer. Switch to the next pair of characters. Those boots on the ground. And grab this. Oh, perfect statted flurry boots. Let's go, it's something. As soon as I delete stuff from... Nope. I don't need you. Oh, I still have the regular cut running. Can I delete it? That's the ocean card. Yes, I guess I could have dropped something and picked it back up. But this works. It's actually mainly block. Like parry helps later on, but primarily it's the fact that you get block, and it's the fact that you get block from your Dex, and Dex also gives damage. so you can do good damage and get tank and get survival stats. But yeah, your block maxes pretty quickly. Harry doesn't do a whole lot, like. As long as your perfect block is up, you're probably not dying. Blocked. Now you have to actually remember to use perfect block though, because if it falls off, you are in a lot of danger all of a sudden. I think the 1v1 spots work okay. You're not gonna be horribly off, but I guess it's okay for Dark on 3. Starting with like Azria and Gutch, the spot. I think there's like a weird like rule to follow. I guess is how I would describe it for where you want to be AOE wise. I don't think it's as linear as I think it is. But it's probably where the belief that you should always go 7 levels higher came from. I've noticed when AoEing like 8 to 7 levels is about as much XP you can get from a mob, and it curves down from there. But that doesn't necessarily mean the next mob 7 levels up is the best spot either. For Helen. I ignore. Call me when I get a hyper suit. That will actually be kind of interesting. Maybe. Probably not. I don't actually know how much I care about getting the hyper suit. Probably not at all. Wait, why am I still grinding with my inventory full? This makes no sense. I'm not even on prems anymore. I have a single refresher hold going. Hi. Can you just type in chat instead of DMing me? What is this? What are we doing here? Do I have some sort of security setting on? I think so. Pretty sure anyone can type if they felt like it. I'm pretty sure the guy who DM'd me is at least saw the stream, because why else would you DM me directly? How would you even know this character exists? Like, if you want to help me out, type in chat, because that actually boosts my metrics, I think. Like, you're welcome for the guide, but you'll if you're not just attention, if you're actually thankful and not just looking for attention, you chat in chat and leave comments in the videos. That actually helps me out. And it's a proper way to thank me. Doesn't cost you anything either. Probably easier too, since you're just doing it right under the video instead of having to track me down in game, which is weird. Maybe I need to disable DMs. It's not like I have any real plans to interact with people on this account. Yeah, that was some troll shit. Not the first time it's happened either. Like, there's not even that much attention to grab here. Like, how many people are gonna go watch this stream VOD? Probably not a whole lot. Imagine most of the value of this stream VOD would be just like watching the in bit of each one just to see how long each method took. Once I'm done with this, which should be done by, I want to say, like end of next week. I feel like that's a little too optimistic. I don't even think this pair of characters finishes today, so. That would be like 8 days of streaming because I want to take weekends and maintenance nights off. A nice measured pace of play I can get behind. If I play like 3 hours a day ish, till the end of FWC, that's like some other person playing like 2 hours a day every day of FWC. It's like that's a pretty average player, I feel like. Maybe on the high end of an average player. Dad gamer hours. How many days of FWC are left? 86 days. 86 days is around 12 weeks. I have 48. Okay, so I have about 150 hours of gameplay before FWC ends, assuming I stick to my schedule. Yeah, but it's like, what? Okay, what's the average number of hours you play in a week rather than a day? I read some random internet article. It's like the average gamer plays around 10 hours a week. It's like, what are we defining as average here? But also that makes a lot of sense. And what are we defining as gaming here? Because are we counting people who are like on the bus playing a game on their commute? Does that count as gaming for the week? Or are we only counting like sit down, console on, locked in for an hour or two? Or however many hours you decide to lock in for? Will I grind to this one to 190? I don't think there's enough time on FWC for this character to hit anywhere close to 190. Wait, how long? Okay, so I'm no red scroll. I'm only using Penya Flask and whatever the game decides to give me. I think there's no way this character gets past like 175, and I would be like, if I get 175, I did really fucking good. It's like I unlocked some secret of grinding to get there, kind of bullshit. No, I think historically I've never actually leveled a character on FWC completely free to play. It was like I always had Amps, I always had Red Flask. Uh Red Scroll wise, I've always had a friend who just always gave me global attack, which not fully link attack, but it's hyper convenient to always have link attack that you know or global attack that you know won't like randomly kick you from the party. So this will be the first time where I'm just like, oh, Pena Flask and nothing else. Send it. Let's go. Or at least third job, maybe. Yeah. Like, I don't know how that coral section will go right now. Oh my god. Hello. Good morning. I dead. What is that? Okay. Typical position lag. Europe must be waking up. It's like 9 o'clock in Germany right now. Man, if I did crap me dungeon first, I might have already hit one. I might have already hit 60. 12 a.m. Oh, you are a PST watcher. That's crazy. Not completely beyond expectations, but 12 a.m. PST watcher on a weekday. That's something. UK is 8 hours ahead. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I expected most of my viewers to be like Philippines because it's like 4 p.m. there. Maybe Aussies, but I don't know how many Aussie viewers I have. Oh, you get off. Oh, you're a second shift worker. So you work from like 3 p.m. to 11? No, I'm ESC. It's 3 a.m. here. Local time. 3:19 a.m. I'm just that big of a night owl. No, funny enough, I was having lunch with my sister for one of her roommate's birthday because I lived with that roommate for a while, and she told me that she could probably live like a reverse schedule if her job allowed her to. And I'm here just like living that right now. Where am I from? I'm East Coast, United States. That's why it's 3 a.m. right now. I actually can't even fall asleep properly until like 9 a.m. It's so weird. But it's like if I try to sleep at a normal time, it just never works out. Like I wake up better. Like the few times I take a quote unquote nap at like 12 a.m., I'll wake up at like 2 a.m. more refreshed than ever. So it's just like, well, I don't think a regular morning to night schedule will work for me ever. I'm more alert, stay awake better. I feel like a better person overall, so it's just like, Well, why would I give that up? I was working 9 to 5 jobs, I would be most productive when like right when I woke up. And then it would be like, oh, yeah, this would, and then I would immediately enter the hours where my body would naturally want to be sleeping. It's just like, well, that's kind of cooked. And yeah, it's just also really nice being quiet at night. Be so introverted. No one can bother you because they're already asleep. The problem is not bothering them either, but the sound insulation in this house is really nice, so that is not a problem. I'm pretty sure like someone has their room right above mine, but I don't hear a single complaint out of them, so I assume I'm quiet enough. As long as I don't do anything crazy like start yelling for no reason. All the people I play with are Aussie, so it's fine with me, yeah? I don't really play with Aussies, I just kinda enjoy the quiet. Like, I wake up around 5 p.m., which is when the North American people get off work anyway, so it's just like, well, out with them during then, and then spend the rest of the night in quiet. Love my new haircut, thank you. Yeah, like, I can change the hair whenever I want, but I think I'll just stick with this one. Remember, like, that string of videos where I changed my hair every video? I just like, yeah, I like this one. Sticking with it ever since. Now, ever since is not very long now. Not even 6 months. Still, but at least it's a consistent image that I can stick to. Okay, last level. Bro, these levels are take. Oh my god, 22 minutes since the amp to get here. It's however far it gets in like 150-ish hours. And then it's like a reference video for future FWCs, I guess. Because people, like, you see, like, a lot of people ask, hey, how far can I get playing like an hour a day? It's just like, well, FWC typically lasts around 180 days, so. Get like. I would have liked to get 200 hours in, but. Take what we can get. Do better next year. I doubt anyone I know will be playing past the first month next year, so. You can just start this project from day one. But yeah, this character. However far it gets, however far it gets. It's not like I don't have a graveyard of abandoned FWC characters as is. Just puts one more to the pile. No, like, I have a few more characters I do need to make because, like, as you can see in the title, I am actually testing the various 1 to 60 methods that people always say, oh, this is best, or oh, this is best. Just like, well, we're not doing anything, may as well test things out. And that'll be reference work for next year. What's your breakdown of the day to fit in gaming? It's hard for me to commit to productive 2 hours. Burns me out, so I just end up flying around killing collectors. What's my breakdown of the day? Well, I'm laid off, so not usually doing anything throughout the day anyway, so just hang out in VC. So like I wake up, I hang out in VC with friends. Then the night is for me to do whatever by myself. Hopefully, if I keep this up, you might be able to fill that with streaming more regularly. I've noticed I'm also like more inclined to just stream this late at night anyway. Cause I remember back when PTS was open before Kylan dropped, like trying to stream was like a whole affair. It's like this is not gonna work long term. That's what I thought for the longest time. But between yesterday and today, this is so much easier. I think time of day is really working in my favor this time around. Right? Now tell that to every Flight player who's like, oh, is it worth it to create X character? Or whatever. It's just like, no, just have fun, dude. It's a game. If you're not having fun, you're missing the point. The worst thing you could do is just rot and do nothing. It's like nowadays, like, even if you don't like a character, you can always just get it to 160 and farm Criton with it every day. Not the worst thing you could be doing. So you can't really go wrong with any character nowadays. As long as core weapons maintain value. It does help that the run to Criton is not that long. You fly most of the way and then it's a short run in. There's always people farming QI. The demons will cover the blessing of the demon drop will cover for the QI cost. You're always making some money. Productivity's overrated. Right? I think Life is interesting, one of those games where it happens less. Because people just don't understand how this game works. People want to like hide their strats and be weird about it. Which, speaking of which, like, I think hiding gear or whatever in general is just so weird. Like, they're like World of Warcraft has their race to world first rates fully streamed strats and team comps available for all to see, and it's just like at those competitions have millions of dollars involved, and the competitors show everything. But like the smaller the game you go, the weirder people are about hiding everything. We're just like, can we just have fun here? Can we have a fair game? No. Everything must be unfair. All advantage must be mine. I don't even think it's weirdly toxic. I think, you know, like, you ever, like, so many of life's mechanics inherently encourage you to be toxic. Like, when a weapon drops in a dungeon, you have to trust everyone in your group to split that evenly. But there's huge incentive to be an asshole and just run away with the big drop. Sell the big drop and then make a new character. Like, oh, how are they gonna know you're the scammer again? It's not like 141 even takes all that long to get to. Boom, new identity. And let's not mention all the soul linked scrolls in the game. Like, oh, here, you can have a big discount on upgrading your weapon if you trust me with with your $2,000-3,000 weapon. Yippee. Then people inevitably get scammed like, yeah. I would argue the toxicity trickles down from the top in life. Gamers are mad on this game, yeah. Actually, I mean they've always been there, but it's like, does it get worse every year? Like I feel like it's gotten worse every year because like running away with the collateral was not a thing. Like that is like running away with a collateral was brand new to FWC3, I think. At least I never heard of happening before FWC3. Like, what new scam came up this year, I'm not sure, because I've just not been playing as much. I assume something crazy might have happened already, who knows? Yeah, it's a shame you're to universe, all this solely trading. No, thank you. Yeah, that's why we tell people, hey, stop trading the souling stuff. It's like, you're setting yourself up to be scammed here. People do it anyway. Could only discourage people so much. I did last FWC last not long enough to enjoy it all. And this year I've seen lots of this in game, yeah. I think part of it is like according to Gala mods and GMs and such, like every year FWC's bigger. Like, okay, so there's more people. There's just more scammers and more victims every year just because there's just more people, period. And not everyone's gonna know about every scam method. You're like, oh hey, this sounds like a good deal, and then like, yeah, you fucking idiot. Hasn't anyone ever told you if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is? Would you say that the underground trend that connections of trend of trusted players are incentivized? What do you mean, like, are you asking like is RMT incentivized? Is that the question? Say RMT, we're not an official thing here. Deal. Levels copy once and that's it. Yep, another trust-based system that is prone to scamming. That's why the advice is never shout for a P leveler. That is basically asking, hey, scam me. You're just like the 50-50 method kind of works, but it's like you're still scamming yourself 50% of a P level cost. P level costs do be pretty high sometimes. See, what is this question? The underground trail. Okay, so that you're saying is RMT and trusted players. Hmm. Kind of makes. Hmm. make sense. Oh, 500 on this. Like, there was one player who got one of the early like Lampreys once. They were selling P levels for 3 KFC, and there was a line out the door trying to buy because they were doing it at Hunters. So the P levels could literally that just get Coral Island in a few hours. Whereas if you just leveled normally, it would take you multiple days to get through. We're talking about how like shit, dudes playing the game and making more money just selling P levels than some people's salaries. That was nuts. And you know that exact same shit's gonna happen next year. As long as the coral problem continues to exist. If you're asking, but 2017, if you're asking like, is there a trusted network of like RMTers and such? Yes, there's a very big network. All you gotta do is have one broker and you can RMT as much as you want. Oh, piloting is so funny. The funniest is when you find out some of those pilots are also botters. So they're just botting on their clients' accounts. And if they get banned, just like, well, what are you gonna do? The guy lives in the Philippines. And the guy who and the buyer is probably living in the U.S. Like, exactly how are you gonna get back at them? So you got it. That's why if you want to bot, it's a whole black market out there with like brokers and shit. It's fucking terrible. Imagine next year I don't get FWC partner just because I talk about this crap. Like, well, I never cared anyway. Yeah, it's like, in a sense, it's not like this is the only game with that problem, but life definitely problem with life is they don't really try to curb RMT or gaming either. That is the biggest issue I have with. Yeah, it's like you have a game where people are expected to spend thousands of dollars, and you have no safeguards for scamming. Despite I have multiple ideas being thrown around. What are we doing? It's in every game, man. Like, it's safe to say RMT is a multi-million-dollar industry. I think it's a lot of it feels like it's fueled by people just chasing stuff to have. And now I've been wondering. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, but like, do people? How many people actually play games versus just beyond games to have stuff to show off? And I feel like maybe back in the day, people just played games to play games, but in more recent years, I don't know how recently the trend has started, but a lot of people just have stuff, just buy stuff to have stuff to show off more so than actually have it to enjoy it. That's so weird to me. What are we doing? At least when like the idea of having stuff just to show off isn't new. Like people, I'm pretty sure like people have always done that with like cars and stuff. But at least you still have a fit. But like with stuff like cars and stamp collections, you have a physical item at the end of the day. In a game, it makes less sense, and now this is spreading to like TCGs as well. It's just like and companies are responding to the collectors. Remember in Magic the Gathering, the draft booster almost got canceled because people don't play limited. Like 90% of their booster pack sales are just people buying packs to open them and do nothing else. Like at that point, do you even need players? You just need collectors. You make way more money off the collectors than you can do from the players. Hello, I'm level 62 and want to boost my out level from 1. Will he get XP? No. There is show here. Yeah, there's a minimum level when you go to your party and settings for who will get EXP, and anyone below the minimum level will not gain XP in a party. Obvious, and this is like limited. This has like a limited radius per person, so like a party can have 4 different pairs leveling in 4 different places, and each will have their own minimum level. But you can't just P level a 1 using a level 62 or whatever. Yeah, pay to win is about that. My guildie bought a conch out of nowhere for 20 bill. Told us about it several times, never got a direct response to how he could afford. And you did not see him sell that coin. It do be like that. And guess how much a conch is now? Definitely less than 20, whatever 20B was worth back when he bought it, right? I think conch staffs are not even 3 KFC on main service anymore. Haven't been for a while. I saw somebody crafted a bunch of them were selling for like 7 bill each, which is what the current price like 9, like somewhere between 8 and 9 KFC. And we're only half done. Launch is gonna be like below 5 KFC by the end of FWC. But hey, your friend got to enjoy it for however many months, I guess. Because let's be real, how many FWC players actually stick with the game beyond FWC when FWC is not running? Not a lot. Which sounds oddly surprising when you read all the questions about like, oh, what transfers? Like, bruh, you're not gonna play after FWC. Trust me. If you have to ask, you're probably not invested enough in this game to actually play life beyond FWC. If I watched an old MMO, old video, high level boosting, low level, so no, it's always been like this. What you probably watched was either a private server or B one of those back in the day that was a tanking service where like any level player could tank the mobs for you, and the mobs and the old version the mobs would not turn around right away even though you were hitting them. So and there was no 15 level limit for getting XP from mobs. You could have like a max level player tank something with like 15 levels below them forever. And you could have your level 28 assist just burst crack and instantly hit 60 after time. Not a thing anymore, so. I think it's crazy to me. People spend like 500 to upgrade bloody webs. Yeah. Like, well, I guess, I mean, like, those, like, it's either they're just that rich and the money means nothing to them, or they just want their 15 minutes of fame for being the highest level. They don't really care that you're swiping all that much. That's probably the worst part of it. It's like it's not always rich people swiping either. Some people just want to feel rich, even if it's momentary. 60 now. I need. Okay. I don't even know what even transfers after FWC. At your level, the only things that really transfer are the equips you have on you and any cash shop items. Nothing else to really worry about. What am I doing? Okay, this one needs to be a Ringmaster. I have 2 mil, so I can definitely afford to buy a suit this time around. Yo, hold on. Excel. I get a hyperstick this entire. Oh my god, I'm not gonna hyperstick this entire time. Ah, I have. Wait. This is bad. I'm too poor for everything. Oh my god. I can buy a 3 mil board, and then I can't do anything else after that. I won't even be able to afford a flask. So this is going to be a struggle. Oh well, run it. Bad planning on my part. Gear in your inventory doesn't come with you. Gear you have equipped will transfer. When it's your money and spend it however, but damn. The video on a credit card maxing the credit card for FWC is crazy. But not unheard of. And probably happens more often than we'd like to acknowledge or even think about. How do people farm a lot of Pena? It's, I mean, both. In terms of farming a lot of Pena, most people probably just aren't farming. They're probably just doing, you know, swipey swipey. Let's be real, that's the world we live in. People who actually farm a lot of Pena are playing 8 to 12 hours a day. Like at that point, you may have been able to just earn that money faster doing DoorDash and then swipey. Yeah, 150, like in previous years, 150 gear transferred without equipping, but they're not the max gear this time, so we're wondering what they're gonna do this year. And they don't announce that shit until until like last month. But if I had to guess, I think they'll continue to let 150 gear transfer without equipping, because it's still like hard to get that stuff. But Gal has become less predictable as of late, I feel like. So don't hold me to anything I say. Cause nobody expected it to actually drop an update mid FWC, and here we are, so Breaking trends. Expect the unexpected. At some point, I might have to just buy like the second best board or something. Since I already used the Blink Wings. Wait, what? Did I battle pass Blink Wings? Can I get there? Alright, I get there. Ichi. A bit cooked, I feel like. But I could have planned this better, so. Yeah, as for what will actually transfer, we will see in about 2 months. All we can do right now is make educated guesses. Though, I think the 90% bet is if they say 150 gear doesn't transfer if it's unequipped, there will be an outrage. That I can tell you is almost certainly going to be the case. Nearest town. I should probably buy Darkon things. Boy, oh my god, the south of St. Morning. Drops are only with 15k. I think this might be the one time where we can justify using the stupid boats. Oh my god, I have to get on a boat. That's fucking crazy. And I have to. Oh, I have to fly over from St. Morning to Flares. Oh my god. Pretty sure it's faster to run, who knows? Boat time, let's go. Now I forget which one it is. That's all I can afford. I buy the 3 mil one, I'm too poor for anything. The correct one, I'm pretty sure this is the correct. Yep, Fantasy Desert, perfect. Yippee, boat. This is literally the best case scenario for the boat too. Like it's right there when I need it. All the luck in the world to get the boat right where we need it, right as we got there. Almost went without us too. The equipments get destroyed when enhancing. If you do it from your inventory by double-clicking the dice directly on the piece of gear, beyond +3, yes. If you do it from the safe upgrade window, it will never happen. You will never have problems there. And in FWC, as low as pros are cheap enough, you can get this up to +8. reliably for cheaper than using S Pros. And for piercing, you can break as early as on main servers. You can break even from the first try for piercing, but on FWC the first pierce is mostly guaranteed, like 99% guaranteed. Second pierce depends on the piece of gear. My luck to get +6 is buds, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have. I think there was a time where I legit burned through like 200 low spros to go from 7 to 8. It's like, I think at that point S pros were cheap enough that it actually would have been cheaper to do a regular S pros than to burn through 200 low spros. But like, the expected value is that it would be cheaper, so it's still correct to do those pros, but when you get that unlucky streak, man, it feels bad. But that's the risk. If you talk to any Arbor Shop NPC, there is a safe upgrade. There's an upgrade menu. You will need scrolls, but you need protection scrolls, but because of said protection scrolls, your piece of equipment will never break while upgrading. Yeah, probably best I just show you. I'm going to town anyway. I hate upgrading, although my luck is the worst. Dude, I have a friend who burned through over 140 of the PvP protection scrolls to upgrade his weapon to +10. Which is like, dude, those scrolls are priceless, and he basically got double bad luck. Yeah, you got for safe upgrading. You talk to the armor NPC, go to upgrading. You have your equipment, dice, protection scroll. Then it'll tell you what you need to upgrade. And you'll never break. Just talk to an armor NPC. You could talk to a weapon NPC and go through piercing as well. Equipment never breaks if you do that. You can you can get the protection scrolls from quest. You can get it from killing Violet. You can get it with F coin. For the most part, you'll just buy them off of players, unless you are the kind of person who buys FC. Then you're probably swiping for the scrolls. S Fusion is like this weird scroll that nobody uses. It increases your upgrade success rate by like 10%, but only up to +7. It's not even available for F coin. It's just like, why would anyone ever use this in the world? Like, why does it exist? Is all you can ask about it. I think it only exists in the wiki. And some very rare events. Fusion. Yeah, scroll of S Fusion. Upgrade success rate 1.1x up to +7. It's like, or you could just get to +7 with low scrolls like a normal person. Yeah. Definitely one of those things. And so, well, at least they're not selling it, so they're not actively scamming people. Which can't be said for certain things in the job nowadays. OG green scrolls. Yeah, they existed back in the day. They made slightly more sense back in the day, not really. There was a game back then too. Oh god, I had to fly. Ugh. It's funny because they reworked the upgrading UI and they still made sure to include it even though the scroll barely exists. It's basically impossible to get most of the time. Why is my voice cracking? Oh, well. I'm getting less sure if running is still faster at this point, but I'm committed. I'm still pretty sure it is. At least running doesn't feel like shit. That is not the highest compliment, but it's something. I'm gonna fly from here just to cross the boundary. Yeah, I'm used to about flying twice as fast as this. This is hell. I don't like this one bit. 70, you should go to Mush Boys. Yeah, just go to Mush Boys. It's a good spot. You're probably staying there till like 80. Here is Rex. This. Then I actually have to go to Dark on 3. So I probably will be forced to fly there. Yeah, that makes sense. I expected to end up in Dargon for whatever reason. Those wings and stuff to make it go super fast is sad when you don't got them, right? I have friends I always buy FC from at the beginning of each FWC and I always get wings. Like, I know they're not technically all that useful, but they make the game feel so much better. I don't want to buy too many. Boy, they are expensive. Oh, Lord. Just give me 5. We'll use them very sparingly. Yeah, I don't need buffs. Yeah, I mean, if a random passerby gives me 2, then it's not like I can. It's not like I can force someone to stop buffing me, but going out of my way to not get buffed is too. So it's just like, well, if they buff, that is part of the RNG of leveling, I guess. But I'm not gonna go running around in town asking for buffs every single time. I think that is an active waste of your time. I think. I'm not sure how it actually maths out in practice, but if I really wanted buffs, I would just pull up with my own RM. Now you double click. If you're using the safe upgrade window, yeah, you can double click everything with the safe upgrade window open. If you're using dice to upgrade, you probably also need Earons and minerals. It's gonna show you as such in the safe upgrade window. Once you have the dice and scroll in their appropriate, when you have the equipment, dice, and scroll in their appropriate slots. Like drag and drop also works too. Look at these mush boys. Nobody's here. Everyone's just high level. Low lobies are fake. All the low levels are bots, including me. I'm the biggest bot. If you're not gonna use the save upgrade window, you still need the Pena and materials. But now you have to go look it up because you can't tell because it'll still take the materials from your inventory, but there's no way to tell how many you need unless you have the table in front of you. Opened from an external site. Yippee. When is the Piego's like so latent thing, right? Oh. That's nice. Brother. Oh my god. Again 3 days in a row and I would have had a 7 day 64 km mount. Damn. Unlucky. Yoko day 10, 2 days off. Just out here suffering for fun. Well, single vital drink, I guess. Still crazy to me that a starter pass has to be purchased. How many ranger bots could there be? Look at all these ranger bots. Just hiding in plain sight, not getting banned. Okay, hot take. If you see bots in a game, is the game dead? Or not dead? Because if a game is dead, why would anyone bot on it? When you can invest your botting efforts in a game that's not dead. Thoughts? That's how we're all bots. Bots led by the AI girl. Somebody's heal raining nearby. Oh, somebody's leveling that small one. God. So if that was a regular Fennel, I think I'd take 50% more. I would literally heal for less than it hits me for. That's crazy. Oh, the highest amount that drops. I feels like I should have kept on grinding to be higher, but I wanted more inventory. So I always do my quests right after 60 because like having more inventory also means you earn money faster. And like that's more like you see me struggling right now because I just have no money on this character. Because I have no inventory space. Which is not as brutal when you're below 60, but like the higher you go, the longer you stay at a spot. The more times you have to go back, the more EXP you're losing out on because of your smaller inventory. HP. Oh, so I have. Oh, spiders drop it. They drop all the way up to fish. Monks even. Okay. And they drop as low as full. Okay, so I am in prime hyperstick drop range right now then. What drop filter do I use? Weapons, socket cards. So this is just 4% cards. This is if you need a specific like refresh item like FP or MP if you actually use them. They're usually not super expensive, so you could just buy them too. Misc buffs and quests are usually event items. Otherwise, they don't really pick up anything, so no harm in keeping them checked. Booty is your QI like Troils and such. Troils and Poispore. Longer, like at the lower levels, this will actually actively grief you. When you start getting to like Mush Point and such, you do stay at a spot long enough to start picking up the booty. Armor is given my like armor. Uh, since I'm on a single character right now, I don't want to pick up armor because like that's way too much back and forth for not a lot of money. But once I'm at the higher levels and my whole grinding setup is actually going, that's when I turn on armor on different characters to make it easier to pick up. It's like if I had armor on right now, I would have like triple the drops. I would literally be going to sell like every 10 minutes. And that is not a great use of your time, I'm gonna say. So I need to look for the Mundane suit again, and hopefully we can actually find one affordable. That was one for 2 mil last night, but we did not have 2 mil last night. Let's start with channel 3. But yeah, if you just care about having more money, go ahead and pick up all your armor. I put a little more priority into EXP than I probably should, especially on this character. So I usually keep so I usually keep armor off up until a certain point. 0.5, I don't want to spend all of my penny on it. No, that is on the cheaper end. Do need to actually I need to buy a flask first, don't I? Or do anything else? It would be very, very sad to not have. That would not be a good time. Do you pick up all kinds or just rare or higher? I pick up all kinds. Rare or higher weapons don't drop from regular mobs, so that's not really an option. We need this. We just kinda gotta work off of that. Do I think this bar has to change? Yeah, person. Yeah. You can try to filter for uncommon, but I don't think there's a huge difference between common and uncommon weapon drops. You just pick up what you sell, you just pick it up, pick up all of it. It's just each armor you pick up is worth about half as much for the given inventory slot, so the irony of life. The shops promising the cheapest prices are usually the most expensive. Oh, where is it? 3 mil? Still too expensive. 100k? Oh, that is a lot of its worth, but I need to guarantee my suit before I can buy anything like that. I only have 2.2 mil to work with. Flares +6. Five mils. I wish this thing had slightly better sorting so I didn't have to run all over the place. Fortunately, shop search is not as complete as it needs to be. Yeah, each weapon is worth about twice as much. Of course, you get half as many weapon drops compared to armor drops, so that is the balance you have to strike. So typically what I do is I usually level 3 characters at a time, so I'll have 2 characters pick up armor and 1 pick up weapons. They'll all fill up around the same time. No. Hmm. Okay, I should this one. Alright. Now we're on channel 2. Look at this reseller over here. I mean, it's nice that you have the suit, but I think looking for it is part of the, like, just having it for free just ruins the whole thing, so actively finding it in the market for the price I'm looking for, I think matters. I'm trying to capture the whole experience of the leveling to 65 business, so 5 mil, that's annoying. Is this what it's like to be a real FTP player? 2.5. So close. What if I sold my brew? I think I'm gonna get like 140k back. Unlucky. That was off scheme. It's upgraded. The clean one here. Mil. Everything else is channel 1. Okay. See if we get stuck. I think we should be okay. Just based on that going through the first time. Bro, that's how you know this game is dead. No resistance going to channel 1. No one's just free to enter. Anybody who wants to come, just come through, I guess. It's a good thing. And a bad thing at the same time, I guess. No, this is the first of 6 characters I need to level for the testing. We're technically not even done with the first set because this character needs to help another character hit 60. And that's the end of the first test. The characters exist, they've been picking up like daily rewards and stuff, but not very diligently. I hate daily login business. But if you're talking about do I have leveled characters, have I leveled characters in FWC, then yes, I do have a 190, a 188, and 2 181s. I've already leveled those mains. Now they just sit and rot. Very useful. Yes, all those characters on FWC. It's not counting all the random characters I have on main servers. $8 mil. That's sad. Why do people charge so much? Like, no one's paying that price. Varus? Clearly, some people just have infinite patience, I guess. Oh, 1 mil. Let's go. That means I can also buy a hyperstick, probably. Wait, do people still sell hypersticks? They do! None of them are all of them on channel 3, apparently. Should I? I don't think I should. Aha, I found 1 mil. If I get just +1 on it, it would be amazing. Can I buy materials for +1 water? Got one for 500k, yeah. It is what it is. I like there's an infinite time in the world either. 1 mil. Like that took so long just to find a 1 mil, like you can only expect so much. 290k. 40k. About as low as you can expect for these. And then I'm gonna find a cheaper shop really quickly here. Oh, unequip. See, imagine running around looking like this. Like this. stuff of nightmares. Absolutely horrid. Have anything quick sell? No. Back to 16 or whatever. I think I have messed with my buffs a bit. Oh, that gives me... That leaves me with enough money for food. That's crazy. I can afford more star candy. It's actually kind of huge. I'm gonna burn through these a lot faster now. I guess I could put... Okay, so Still in Hand is the only new buff, so I could put it somewhere. In tap when I need it. It's a lot longer than the other buffs. Boots and gauntlets are just way too expensive. I need posters. Almost forgot. That would have been embarrassing. Since my setup is basically complete, buy a full stack of these. Will not affect me. I think I can hit 65 an hour. Maybe. Wait, that might be harder than I think it is, just because I have to go. Just because I have to like start saving a bit of Fenya because I'm just way too poor. And who cares if I don't? Not the end of the world. I think I get this character to 65. And then spin up the next one, get that to 15, and then should be a good time. That should be a good time to end the stream, I think. Which is like an hour and a half away. Grinding happens in 1 hour blocks, so short of something tragic happening IRL, I think I can look 1 hour into the future at least. Five to go. Oh god, my cast speed is still slow. These just die if they get stunned even once. Pretty sure, yeah. 13 ticks up 3k is brutal when they have the HP they have. I am the bodiest bot. Look at me and my murking ways. Look at me murking one mob at a time. This is so botting. Hello, can we hit the one extra mob? Would help me out a lot. Or kill me, one of the two. This is a time to be pissed about how prevalent the wind ones are. And then every time I play Flame Geyser Mage, I complain the other direction. Am I going to be okay? I feel like I'm gonna die really soon. I guess the low light is right there, so it's not exactly a bad thing if I die. Okay, bot check number 2. I might be a bot, guys. Oh my god, oh my god. There? I'm not a bot. Holy. Can't tell if I'm leveling faster or slower. In theory, I should be leveling faster. Yeah, really have to find a good spot to work. Takes 600. Was water the right element here? The wind ones hit me way harder too. It's like they hit 700s or something. This feels incredibly inefficient, not gonna lie. But I don't have a choice in the matter, I don't think. If they just get stunned, they die. Oh my god. Did I buy enough star candies for this? I don't think I did. Oh my god, look at that. It's so cooked. Oh no 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 no. That preemptive candy saved me. Yeah, they're just dying slower. If I went to Elder Guards, it would be easier, I think. Probably, yeah, I should probably just go to Elder Guards. Just stay there. Good thing I didn't buy a better stick, because it would not have made a difference. Oh, I'm dying. Away from the wind mobs, will you? If they only hit 500. A lot more forgiving. This is not a great way to play an AoE RM. Unfortunately, the gloves and boots are considerably more expensive. Right? You get to have fun while I suffer like this. It's great. Ranger tanks this in 2 shots the AoE, it's so easy. Oh my god, I missed it work on the it just walks away, okay. What's the work? It only hits the one. And I love position lag. I'm pretty sure it should have hit both. Should have just guessed where the game you thought you were. Big mistake. Not knowing where the game thinks I am. Look at this. It's clearly within the radius. But the game's like, nah. Try again. What is that? What is that? I need to watch my inventory too. I'll probably end up... Pretty sure I'm leveling too slow to actually hit 65. You know. So what's going to end up happening is that my prems are going to end and then I'll have to just grind a few minutes without it. It'll be like 64 something, I think. Though I am very happy to be wrong and just be 65 before prems end. That would be great. I think sound volume, is it my voice or the game's voice? Or the game sounds? Which one would you like me to raise? People normally don't comment on my setup, which... Well, it's probably something I should be looking through more often. But I slacked off and didn't check the quality of everything after last night's stream, so... That's on me. See, what are we doing? Really just ends. I need better pathing. That's what I need. I don't know how loud I want the game to be because yeah, the sounds of this game is so repetitive because it's just grinding. Yeah, I think game sounds want to be like on the quieter end. It's not like there's any deep dialogue you don't want to miss out on here. Heck, the quest text is barely worth reading. Why skip them like a normal person? Bro, it's been 10 minutes and I haven't leveled it. I feel like I should be doing better than that. But maybe this is how things are supposed to be. And I'm just spoiled. Don't worry, I feel like I haven't done anything wrong. I feel like I'm doing something wrong and I also haven't leveled. Okay. Then I'm probably not doing anything wrong, or at least if I am doing something wrong, it's the same mistakes a more average player would make. And therefore I'm being more authentic, and that is a good thing. So we're good. Yippee. Actually, aren't you like 70? Your XP is like slowing down anyway, no? I'm 60, just suffering out here. I think I need to go back to spiders. I can't path properly, like, it's just so featureless out here. I can't, I can't path properly because it's too freeform. Like the wrong way to build a sandcastle. Yep, welcome to the second grade filter. It's okay, you're using the cheat code that is just playing Ranger. You're gonna get past it so easily. I feel like I just instinctively went for the wind spiders, even though I'm weak against them. Or at least not as strong compared to fire spiders. I burned a... Okay, so I do have enough star candies at least. Thank God. I can guarantee I have enough star candies to last the hour. Unless that happens. Then it becomes a lot dicier. Oh. I may or may not. I like the XP I was getting purple. The fun thing about AoE, each drop of EXP is bigger than 1v1. That seems to be what a lot of people lock in a bit too much onto, is just the EXP per AoE. Meanwhile, I'm like, I don't even know. I will go entire like days without ever knowing what my EXP per mob is. Now I just look at people weird when they say their EXP per mob per kill sucks. I'm like, huh? You know that number? Like, no. I'm the weird one for not knowing the EXP per kill. most people, I think, know their EXP per mob or per AoE. I'm just like, I only know my per hour. Oop. I'm gonna be like 63 based on this rate, actually. At which point it's almost worth amping again. Not tonight, but worth amping again for sure. It's better than doing all the level 60 quests twice, I guess. Especially since a part of doing 60 quests involves getting caught up with Rionan. I feel like I should try to not mark the mobs that are moonbeamed, but it's not like I really have control over that one. They get murked, they get murked. All there is to it. I do technically do enough damage to just to moonbeam and nothing else. But I think this is more efficient. Oh no. Oh. I think my bag's full. More. This A has helmet. I think I could stick to the wind ones just fine. The fire element in my suit. Oops. Oh my god, oh my god. There's some risk. Probably just work my way over to the NPC. I wish I could just not focus on the XP number. Yeah, just put like a sticky note on that part of the on that part of your screen. You can't hide this, but I guess you could hide that with a sticky note, but you can't exactly hide your HP window either because you kind of have to see that. Life is rough. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit 64, I don't think. Peace out. Okay. Ooh, 1 mil. I'm saved. Okay, legitimately though, I feel richer now than I felt with billions in my inventory sometimes. It's crazy. What a game we play here. Only hit 900, okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Crane. Won't bother you. Why didn't y'all just die to the merc that was there? What are we doing? Can y'all just get stunned the first time? This is annoying. It would be very, very helpful if you could just get stunned more often than the stun chance would indicate. I think I almost died there. Tick perfect eating is not a thing in this game, but sometimes you can make something look very close just by eating at the right time, so the EXP bar visually does not change. And it looks very funny when I do that. Oh my god. I'm getting better at attacking multiple mobs. Let's go. I'm also getting more bold with it, so it's just a matter of time before I die, I think. Can I get a hyper stick sometime within this life, ideally? 30 minutes. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should pop a stone flat. That'll make life easier. Now I take 500. I guess if you want to hide your XP number, you could also do this. Just then you get blank bars. Oh, EXP doesn't get hidden with that, but even with that, never mind. Book, book ed. I guess I should rebuff while I'm noticing it. There, proactive problem solving. God. Oh, this group looks really bad. I'm good. I'm good. Merc's got him. That's 3. And you said you got 190 and some other. Damn, that's a lot of. Yeah. I mean, there's actually not a huge difference between leveling as a pair and leveling as a trio, provided the third character is contributing damage-wise. That's almost like you level your main in RM and just get a third character for free. like I think if you level a Psykeeper, an Elementor, and Armor at the same time, it's actually the same speed as leveling only a Psykeeper and Arm at the same time. Simply because the Elementor can give a 20% damage, magic damage buff. Or debuff to the mobs, rather. And all you have to do is cast Electric Shock once every AoE. Just one extra button on a third client. And bam, a third character for free. You don't even have to gear it, just make it full stamina. Just give it the bare minimum gear it needs to survive. But yeah, getting 190, how long did it take me to clear? 124 hours played from 110 to 190. Yeah, that's pretty long. I think getting to 110 was like not even a week of grinding though. Maybe like 30 hours tops. No, there's no way it's 30 hours. It can't be. I guess it could be, yeah. I did not write it down. I just remember in the 90s getting like 4 levels an hour. Or 80s. It was like 80 to 84, 84 to 88. Then suddenly, 88 to 90. It's like, ah, life is over. I mean, that is kind of how people describe life. Yeah, a full-time job. That's how they make these Korean MMOs. It's like you can live your life normally, or you can play life, but you can't have both. Unless you don't fall for their trap. And just enjoy the game for what it is and don't chase the limits of what the game has to offer. Because frankly, it's not that great. It is not all that. You are not missing out on much by not hitting max level. The max level content in literally any other game is so much better. I mean, okay, so that's why RMT is a thing because the global economy is a thing. So yeah, they're quite literal. People quite literally play this game. Some people quite literally play this game as a job. Like 12, 13 hours a day, earning money in the game. And it pays and like depending on what part of the world you live in, it's better money than getting a more normal, quote unquote, normal job. Which point it's like, who's got the normal job now? It's like, you want to fix RMT? Fix the problem of global inequality. And you realize the RMT problem can never actually be quite washed. I like to joke that they're pro gamers because they are getting paid to play a game, just not exactly the kind of pro gamer people think about. Professional really just means you're being paid to play a game, right? 105 isn't so bad. 30 minutes for... Okay, so... Wait, I think I hit like 64 and something then. Not a bad spot. It's also, I think you're like setting some really good goals for the time period in the game you're playing. An LG stick in like the first month of FWC is like you're only buying that with FC, but now it's just like, well, it's kind of throwaway. Market's flooded. Very affordable. It's not super cheap, but it's affordable. Also, I want that ancient shield thing. I guess we'll have it. The 50s. 57. It's also the reason I didn't start now because I played this as a kid, yeah. I always wanted to see people start playing FWC at the very start. It's like, oh, I can't afford anything. It's like, oh, I fucking wonder why. Like, come on, come in with some realistic expectations here. There is money to be made. More so than usual if you know where to look, but it's going to be a challenge, and that's why the swipers always win. Then the poor people look at the swipers like, hey, that money looks worth it, and when it's really not. Then pay to win cycle, it's like, oh, this game's so pay to win. It's like, yeah, because you fell for the bait instead of just playing at your own pace. Tell people every year, just wait a month. Everything will be so much cheaper. But yeah, you can't really. Turns out that kind of advice will never stick because some people just like sit in Discord and wait for FWC to open. Like as soon as FWC closes, people are asking when's the next FWC. It's like nobody fucking knows, dude. We can guess, but nobody knows. And it's like at that point they've been waiting. Like by the time it starts, some people have been waiting since the last one ended, basically. So can't just tell them to not play. The issue is they don't really temper their expectations or plan things out either. So it's just like you can tell a kid a stove is hot all you want, but ultimately you have to keep an eye out on them. Except, you can't stop a random Discord person from doing what is not in your best interest. True, I should want to rush to level in 30 minutes. I feel like I'm doing, yeah, dude. Alright. Probably a more normal pace. Wait, 2 levels at 70? Ah. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I think. I don't actually have a frame of reference. I'm a poor person who plays like a rich person too often. Admittedly, I'm also someone who is basically spending all of the non-FWC months saving money on main servers. So I can buy FC from people I trust. Get the stuff on FWC, making my life easier every year. But most people just don't want to play main servers, so they don't do that. Understandably. Oh, these only hit 500 now. This is so manageable. 2 levels in 30 minutes. I think you're leveling faster than me, dude. Playing the god class over there. My back's full again. Make sure these die. 20 minutes. 64 just barely. And it's hard to tell. Like how I'm leveling, not like the reg where I just chill and look at the cool people. I am not innocent of. I've stood in front of players and AFK'd at least once. That I can tell you for certain. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Not that anybody actually cared, but you know. Or at least as far as I'm aware, nobody actually cared. But who knows? Die? No, it's too low. Not enough damage there. Crazy. Only 5 levels below it. Every advantage stacked in my favor, nothing still is just like, yeah, you're nothing to me. Oh, I unassigned it. Wait, I think I can Moonbeam Crane Machinery. Ah. Oh, finally a Hyper Stick. I think it's game changing at this point. Oh no, I can feel the difference. Holy shit, this feels so fast. Compared to what it was anyway. And I'm gonna go on my max level RM. And then complain about how 200% cast speed still feels too slow. I hate seeing. I hate. That was like a group of four here. Now they all just scattered. That sucks. Hit all four. God. Okay, so yes, I just pushed 65. I pushed just slightly past my planned in time, but that's fine. We can go a little longer. Not the end of the world. You know, I expect to die at least once this hour, and it hasn't happened. So that's a good thing. Less good is my buffs are about to run out. Please die to this. Enough of them died, I can't complain. Well, too much. Classic. My gathering sucks so much, I literally am not capable of gathering too much right now. I almost spoke too soon. Just wait till you get to Luia's and the load light is like directly behind you. Dying feels like nothing. You just get back so quickly. And then you get to the higher levels and you can't load light anymore because that's like half an hour's worth of progress or some shit. It's just like, maybe not a load light this time. That's around the time you can't even bring rest spots anymore. Because of the level gating on the maps. 'Cause I gotta do crap dungeon too. Ugh. $3.3k mark. Technically, I could be at a higher level mob, damage-wise, but survival-wise, that's just not a thing. I would get eaten alive. I'm racking a little bit too hard, I feel. Oh. 63 with 14 minutes left. I don't think I'm hitting. Yeah, I'm not hitting 64 then. That's unfortunate. And I don't want to force 65 either. I'll just do Crab Dungeon and then call it a day. There's a dungeon in each of the towns. You talk to an NPC named Anna. She'll send you to a dungeon with a bunch of crabs. You kill the I'm a bot. You kill the crabs and they have a possibility of giving you this item called crab meat, which gives you 50% EXP for 30 minutes. I'm a bot. Parking meters, this one. Not a bot. I'm about 50% bot today. It's only a chance to give you crab meat. I didn't get any last night, and it just kind of was like, life would have been a lot better if I got some crabs, but alas. Yeah, the crab dungeon will last pretty much all of this month. Good time to level. The Anna NPC is in any town, typically standing near the mayor. At least near enough to the mayor. It's only... How long is the event? It's the vacancy event lasting until September 11th. Plenty of time to do it. And there should be at least one EXP event before that event ends, so you overlap the crab meets with the EXP event, just big XP for that one weekend. Absolutely massive. Possibly two, depending on what this weekend's event is, but just based on the scheduling of the EXP events and the vacancy event, there's probably only going to be one. It's probably going to be in like 2 weeks. Just guessing. But... So, just have an idea of how much you play on any given weekend. You enter the dungeon based on your level, but like it's not super difficult either way. Until apparently Chaos, where 170 version of the event dungeon is kind of one-shotting even the max level, max geared players. Unlucky them. I assume they're just getting creative up there. There's no people are just being like, oh, this event is too hard, and then just not doing it. But yeah, for low levels like you and me, the dungeon is trivially easy. Nothing to worry about. If I rebuff right now, I should. That's our fault. Update will last until. Oh, this worked out. Okay. I have 9 minutes. The buffs will probably will last until the end of my prems. And really, I don't understand why the crap dungeon even has level ranges. It's not like it gives any decent XP at the higher level versions anyway. But they do advertise it. It's like, oh, it's a high XP dungeon. Yeah, there's 40 mobs in there. There's no significant EXP to be earned, but sure, if it makes you feel better about calling it a higher XP dungeon, feel free. Should I be using something other than Fire Arrow and Rain Arrow? When both of them are on cooldown, you should be using Ice Arrow. Instead of, it's better than just sitting there. The rotation should be like Rain, Flame, Ice, Flame, and then repeat. Like there's like a slight delay between the second flame and the next rain, but it's probably better than casting Ice Arrow given how short that delay is. Oh no, my Stone Flask. Oh god, they hit so much harder. I went from taking 450s to 650s. It's rough out here. 6 minutes, yeah, I'll just grind it out. Actually, no. I should go sell. Makes no sense if I have to grind a bunch more anyway. Why do I randomly close my minimap? It's not having server time on makes sense. Rebellion. My favorite that stick. Dungeon is once a day, yes. And you have way more time than you should ever need to clear it. Damn, it's like 2 minutes to sell. Probably worth it considering the Pena is more valuable than EXP right now. Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh wow, I actually did go through 500 star candies. Just make sure, It's a big dungeon for only having 20 mobs though, so you're gonna wanna like have a system for making sure you sweep out all the mobs properly, because it's a pain in the butt if you miss one. You don't want to be running all over the place just to find one missing crab. You have plenty of time to find it, but having to do it at all, that's really annoying. Oh, alive? Not that there was ever any doubt. Oh, there's a lot of mobs behind me. Not that one get hit, okay. We take those. Oh, you're looking for mobs that you're literally looking for mobs named crabs. Event crab. There's 20 of them, and then I'll spawn a violet boss, and then you kill another 20 more. And they'll drop these things called, and they have the regular crabs have a chance to drop a crab shell, and the violet bosses will guarantee drop 5. When you open them, you have a 15% chance for each shell to get 2 crab meats. It's the crab meats that give you the XP. The catalysts you can just throw away. Those things don't do anything. That's what we've been telling them for 3 years now. Make the place smaller. They never do it. In fact, the only thing they did this year was almost make the event worse by lowering the rate of crab meats down from 15% for 2 to 2% for 1. Like, why do you even host the event at this point? Just may as well not even have the event. Given the popularity of the event, I think people just like getting big XP in this game. People play this game to level and nothing else. At least some people play like that. I'll be joining those people, I feel like. What do I even do in this game? I don't even kill Kryton anymore. No money to be made. Just suffering. 17 seconds. 2 works in me. 7 seconds. Okay, this is the last work done. I can moonbeam another one though. No, it's over. It's over. 87%. Absolutely disgusting. Okay. Skateboarding's fine. Oh, it didn't. Forget where the break is. Okay, the first tier is 30. What's the second tier at? Dungeon. 79. Okay. It's huge. My quick step. Holy shit, so slow. Make sure you visit the corpses individually if you're gonna leave them behind a bit. Remember, you don't want to miss a single one. And you'll know if you're missing one because you'll have to come back for it. It's not fun at all, even though you have 30 minutes to find it. But yeah, it's like they could really just put all 20 crabs in this first big room. And it would be fine, but no. Common sense is not Gala's strong suit. Did you miss one? Got one. See this crab meat? Monster XP plus 50%, all stat plus 5, attack speed 5, casting speed 5, max HP 500. 15% to get 2 of them. Zoom out 3 off, yeah. I usually play at around 120. Some people play at 140, those are the actually insane people. You can only get so close anyway. So you get too close and you can't actually play the game because everything just gets in the way. Loot items just means you're done with the dungeon. Just pick up anything the boss dropped and you can leave. I guess I could just do this from a little bit closer. Not like there's any imminent threat here. I'm not wearing any crazy fashion or anything. Great thing about zooming in is you feel so much faster. Oh, don't get away, okay. Yeah, I'm actually having mana issues. It's kind of crazy. Not. Going negative on mana here is wild, though. I think that dropped. No, lied to. Didn't drop anything either. I guess when they just die in 6-6, I can just sit there and wait. Got 19 shells, no crab meats, just catalysts. Are we being scammed? I feel like we're being scammed because I didn't get any crab meats yesterday either. Okay, 15. Okay, 15 is a lot. I'm over 20 shells for the day. Damn. Ew. Did I miss some along the way? Just destined to suffer. Yeah, the catalyst you can literally just throw away. There's no point to them. Like they're used for this weird upgrading crap that no one does because the rates are too low. Where the fuck are these things? It has to be back there. It has to be back there. Oh my god. Please tell me both are here at least. Only one of them. Yep, there it is. They're very good at hiding. And that's well, you just described Half-Life. Good job. Giving us useless shit is their strong point. I think the part that confuses me the most at the end of the day, though, is supposedly Universe was started by a group of devs just who wanted to like improve on the original Life, but I don't know how many of those devs remain, but how are they failing? What kind of I don't know. Okay, so 20. We should expect 6, right? 15% of 20. No, 12 is the expected number. I open. Oh, thank God, there's 6 crab baits. It's gonna be useful later. That makes up for the 0 from yesterday, I guess. I would be 65 if I started the stream with this. Oh well. I made my mistakes. I got 6. Yippee. Now I just need to avoid accidentally popping one. That would be a tragedy. And it still sends you back to Flares. Wonderful. Okay, that's enough for today. I'll be back here same time tomorrow. Until then, see you around. Thanks for watching.